The internet has given us access to more music than ever before. Some artists are beloved, some not so much.
I feel like a lawnmower singing to me.
But now there is a place to separate the garbage from the good, the alluring from the ordinary.
This is what plays in my head when I crash out.
The things your ears may not be ready to hear.
So it just never becomes a song.
Hosted at the WINO Studios in Anytown, USA. This is Z-Sides.
I thought it was hot outside. Pat, why is it so hot in here? Pat. Pat.
Sorry, I was in a catatonic state to try to stay cool. What's up?
Why is it like 100 degrees in here?
Oh, it's not. It's easily 110.
Okay, but why?
The heat's broken. It won't shut off.
All right, call somebody to fix it.
Call the boss? He's not gonna like that. He just paid to fix the wall.
He didn't fix the wall, he just stuck posters over all the holes.
All right, I'll give him a call.
Hello, what do you want?
Hey, boss, it's Pat.
I just fixed the wall.
Yes, and we love it. We really appreciate how much work you put into the wall. But the heat is broken, and it's really hot in here.
Well, what do you think? HVAC systems just drop out of trees? Deal with it.
So you didn't go for it.
So what, we have to sit here for 7 hours in this heat until the show? I mean, I can't think of what we should be playing like this.
I mean, we wouldn't have to think if we just played this stack of terrible CDs we were asked to throw out because they suck so much.
Okay, but that doesn't solve the heat problem at all.
No, but it would spread our misery to the world. If we must suffer in this heat, so too should all we encounter, all who listen.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Z-Sides. We're doing a little bit different this time.
Internally, this was referred to as the Stinker Special.
Right.
And we should say that we, from the beginning, have classified songs as different things, and basically a stinker to us does not mean it's necessarily bad.
No, it means it's a head turner.
Yes.
There were definitely songs that I pitched to be in this that I think are much worse, that you were like, no, because I like that, and I like that too much.
Yes, it's a circle, right? Where like eventually something is so bad that it starts to come out and be like, okay, wait, this is awesome. So the one preface that I want to add is, during this episode and the one that follows it, there's gonna be a lot of negative language, probably from both of us and also from our reactors. Just need to preface in saying that like it's not meant
to be bullying. We're not trying to bully or demean anybody. Particularly Zach and I will probably have as much positivity, hopefully, brought to the stage as we are bringing negativity.
The negativity is going to be played up because hyperbole is funny. People like hyperbole. People don't like level-headed things.
So with that being said, the first songs that we played for everybody was by an artist called Vile Flesh Decaying Remains. The name of the track was Impregnated by Gravel, featuring Spider Vomit.
Can't tell if it's growling at me or if it's a car revving up. It's very close.
This is almost like when Beck first started making music. His first album is really goddamn weird, and the opening to that reminded me of the opening of the song Mother. Because it's just a lot of gravelly noise, but I don't think it's going in the same direction.
I feel like a lawnmower singing to me.
This is what plays in my head when I crash out. This
Pat, is this whole song a mic check?
What the f? Someone's dying, guys. Is that the gravel?
The gravel's going in right now. The gravel is going crazy.
Oh, okay. There's some rhythm. There was no rhythm up until that point. This feels like someone is sitting on the street banging on some pans and pots. This sounds like the sound effects that they used before they had special sound effects. Like if a plane was going down, this is what they put in the documentary.
Do you guys, when you find this music, is it stuff that you're authentically listening to?
So it just never becomes a song then?
That's up to your judgment.
I just want to say, one of my favorite movies ever is a movie called Frank. And that sounds significantly more like what you would expect music to sound like than that did.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That was, like I said, if I just grabbed a bunch of shit here, I grabbed this bookshelf behind me, some cassettes, and I started banging on them outside.
They're called Vile Flesh Decaying Remains.
Mm-hmm. Wait, on their album art, is their band name completely illegible?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're a gore-noise band. Their description on Spotify is 6-man slamming brutal caveman avant-garde red panda anime meme gore noise. I might bleep it. Vile Flesh Decaying Remains brings a brutal and unrelenting sound inspired by legendary grindcore and gore grind bands such as Last Days of Humanity, Bodily Stew, Haggis, and Lymphedema. Any of your favorites in there?
Sounded like diseases.
Vile Flesh Decaying Remains is on a mission to captivate listeners with their raw and visceral music. Their relentless drive to push the boundaries of their genre has earned them collaborations with fellow artists and friends, including Ultraviolence and an upcoming project with Sweat Collector. Any of these names ring any bells?
No. I thought Ultraviolence did, and then I realized I was thinking of the Lana Del Rey album. So then it did. Probably a much different sound. Less Americana.
There were some little moments in there where I'm like, all right, it's about to start. And then it never started. I like my melodies and my grooves and my rhythms, and this had none of those things. So I can say it's not for me.
Do you think they did a good job of not having melody or groove?
Oh yeah, no, they did a great job. If all of those things that I just said I liked, if you hate all of those things, do I have a band for you?
Back and forth, right? I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was coming. It was kind of scary at the end. There was a woman screaming. I don't know if the gravel was a she and she was getting impregnated. I don't know what was happening, but that was some fucked up shit.
I think sometimes when you get into like that kind of sound, like any kind of hard artistry, you talk about movies, you talk about TV shows, you're talking about music, you could very easily say that there's a subset of that really plays off of woman's pain, and a lot in horror movies. It just uses woman's pain as like something interesting. But there was just the long part where the woman was screaming in pain is what threw me off, especially about that song. But the woman scream really like stuck out to me in that song. I'd say that was like some kind of edgy thing. Maybe it's spider vomit, but.
At what point do you think it goes from using women's pain, capitalize on this, and like kind of like we see you?
It would have to be like, to me, external. I would need to have more context around the song, the production of the song, the placement of woman in the songwriting, being in the room with the song, or how they talk about woman externally, you know.
Do you think lyrical clarity might have helped you?
Were there lyrics in it?
There might have been, I don't know.
I didn't pick up on lyrics unless they were in Asphalt, and I just don't speak Asphalt. I'm not sure.
Tell me about Vile Flesh Decaying Remains and all of the other nasty words that they probably have stuck in all of their music.
They're from Maryland. They're, I believe, a 6-piece based on how they describe themselves on Spotify.
That's a lot of people. Does not sound like 6 people.
It's confusing. They call themselves a 6-man slamming brutal caveman, whole bunch of other things in Spotify.
Yep.
They don't have pictures of themselves on their Instagram, which is how I was able to get most information about them. So there's no pictures of them that I know of.
Are you telling me that you went to Google Images and typed in Vile Flesh Decaying Remains? Because I'm hoping you didn't, because I don't want to know what would show up.
I'll put it this way. Their Instagram reels are probably about the same as what I would get if I Google image Vile Flesh Decaying Remains.
Real quick, how did you discover them?
I think this was a YouTube algorithm recommendation. So for anyone new to the show, I have thoroughly bullied my YouTube's recommendations to include all sorts of music that has like sub 100 listens on YouTube. And you get some absolute gems sometimes. You get a lot of AI generated bull, which ranks below all of these songs by a country mile. Couldn't even see the whole thing because just their band name alone is so long it gets ellipsed out before we get into Impregnated by Gravel featuring Spider Vomit.
That's the real ticket there.
So yeah, they call their genre gore-noise, which is born out of grind, gore, and noise music. Mm-hmm. You know, for people that are unfamiliar with a lot of metal subgenres, because boy, are there a lot of them.
Yes.
Gore, typically, when added to any of the metal tags, is going to refer to specifically violent imagery described through the music, and usually exceptionally, growly vocals.
We have played around with showing noise music to people.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, really, because noise music is, if you don't listen to it, if you've never listened to it and you hear it, you're like, this is not music.
So like on the scale of people working against melody, there's like, there's your melodic rhythmic music that, the vast majority of the population knows and loves. Then there's amelodic music, there's atonal music, there's arrhythmic music.
Yep.
And then there's noise, which is like they have completely deconstructed sounds to the point where there is a debate about whether or not it is music.
Yes. And why I heard this and thought, hey, we should play that, because we could have played like any number of noise bands, like one that I know of, probably not the biggest, but Merzbow is like kind of in this same genre as well. But what made me, I'm not a noise music connoisseur. I don't listen to a ton of it. I am familiar with music that is noisy.
Yeah.
But I did know a guy who really loved like punk subgenres and noise music, and even makes some noise music. Okay. He kind of opened my eyes to it because there is an art to it. It's basically just like slamming effects onto noise, but the way that you kind of play with those things, sometimes it can be more interesting than others. This song in particular, besides having a funny name, it misses the mark for noise for me for two reasons.
Okay.
One being, for the grind gore sort of stuff, the depth of noise. It kind of lacks the depth of noise in terms of noise music.
Okay.
But on the grind gore side too, specifically, like, it's very loose.
Yes. Grind is typically or can be a very technical subgenre of metal.
Yes, it
very
may not
precise.
Sound like it, but it is. It's a lot like blast beats and very fast playing.
Very aggressive.
The beat to it is so disjointed, where I wrote down, it sounds like the drummer, if there is a drummer, it was his first day ever playing the drums, and they were like, get in there, let's lay this down.
With noise music, it is hard to say what people's creative processes are and what they should be, or if there should be a way, but it does not feel rehearsed. Like, it definitely feels like they could not recreate this verbatim.
Yeah, it feels like the idea was there, just the execution is off. So the fact that it's noise music gets a reaction, but from, you know, our reactors, but the fact that it's like noise music replicated to an extent where like, it's just like, what the heck is going on? That makes it enjoyable for me.
People love the growling vocals too. Everybody loved that.
Yes, yeah. And there's like a woman who screams like halfway through.
Yeah. So
This may be the most hardly existing artist we've covered so far.
they've done shows, but kind of what I'm imagining here from having looked through their Instagram posts and things, I'm pretty sure that they're a younger group. I'm going to say probably, I mean, that's not a leap, I'd say in general, but I think they're probably teenagers. They're very, they lean into memes.
Okay.
But they have lots of red panda imagery. They put lots of red pandas like on some of the album covers.
Are they like disemboweled red pandas?
No, that's the thing, is it'll be like a red panda and then it'll just be like on top of gore. As Cullen guessed, the band logo is completely illegible, all the little white squiggles.
The fact that they're probably teenagers, I mean, you know, this is like their high school band or whatever, is interesting because most like high school garage bands are gonna play like grunge, you know, or like Nirvana sounding stuff. This is like a leap. Like, I feel like you don't get to gore-noise until you're like 24.
They could be older, I'm not really sure. It's, like I said, it's hard to tell because like in their bio, they at like 6 or 7 other, you know, gore, grind or whatever projects that I think are also them, but like some of the members working with other people. I'm guessing that they're just part of a little scene and they kind of bounce around. Have you ever been to like a local show where like the first band comes on and then like 2 guys from that band go and play with like the second or third band?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's kind of like that.
And that's cool. I really do hope it's like a small scene of high school juniors. Is it good? No.
Probably not, no.
But I think one of the other things too that we'll kind of mention is the first step of being good is to fail miserably and fall on your face. Everybody who has ever written a song has written terrible songs.
And like I said, they tagged like 8 other projects. I didn't have time to go through all of them to be like, oh, this one's like a technical metal band and they're, you know, they're more notably proficient. They seem very aware that what they're doing is, you know, antagonistic to the listener. They have a good sense of humor about it. They post a lot of, do a lot of LGBT activism on their page. They've got like, you know, pride and trans versions of their logos. While they, you know, definitely lean into macabre imagery and lyrics and all that, I don't think from their posts, they seem genuinely like caring people, almost ironically so. They, you know, they are very nice with people in their comments.
Metalheads and punks are like notoriously like very kind.
Yeah, it's angry music for happy people.
We're looking at it from a very like brush stroke, like surface level, like, huh, isn't that kind of silly?
Yeah.
And it is. And that's, you know, look, we get that it, you know, music is deep. We know that music is deep. We're not here to talk about why it's deep. We're here to talk about why it's silly.
I will say getting back more towards the sound of the music, is one of the fascinating things about noise music is that people can very much bring their own interpretation.
Yeah.
because lyrics are completely, incomprehensible. People are able to find symbolism in things that you usually would overlook. Scale of 0 to 200,000. How many unique monthly listeners do you think they have?
564.
53.
I'll say 7.
Just 7,000 or 7?
No, 7 people.
You're a little under 140.
Okay. Okay, not bad. It's probably their moms.
40 moms.
I don't know. It's just like all the aunts, everyone that feels bad for them.
I gave him way too much. I don't know, there's something for everyone out there, There's some sickos in the world that like any kind of sound.
Way off on that one.
I'd put all 100 of those people on a watch list right now. Just a caution list, not...
I don't know. 140 people, when you really put it together, it's not that many people.
All right, I've got...
We have 160 subscribers. Be careful.
Yeah. Watch your mouth.
I take him back.
Okay, we've listened to like 100 of these songs. I can't focus, it's too hot. Can you just go talk to him?
Why me?
I don't know, seniority?
Fine. I guess the worst thing you can do is say no.
A few moments later.
Oh, hey, how'd it go?
I don't want to talk about it.